Yeah, so I mainly chose to train at Skyborne, I would say because of Delta Propel and the Delta Propel Flight Academy that it is at Skyborne. One of the biggest reasons though, obviously, is 141 environment. It's a very structured environment, so I'm kind of a unique scenario where I came in my private, I did it at Part 61, so I kind of got a feel for both sides of Part 61 and Part 141. So as soon as I got accepted to the Delta Propel Academy, I knew that Skyborne was definitely where I wanted to go. So I loaded up and came down to Vero. What's funny is I never actually visited Skyborne. I only talked to him on the phone. I only did like YouTube video tours, like those YouTube videos that were posted online. So I'd actually never been to Vero Beach, Florida. I had no idea where it was or what even to expect, but as soon as I saw it online, went through the videos and everything, and was accepted into Propel, I obviously knew this was the place to be. And just the added 141 benefits, the campus life, being able to live on campus, I thought was a huge positive, especially coming into a new environment and a new community and not knowing anybody. Having an on-campus ability to live, I thought was super important, mainly just for the community building aspects, the ability to make friends quick. So that was obviously another big reason why I chose Skyborne, but overall it was mainly for the 141 environment, structured path and growth with 141, and then also the partnership with Delta Propel I thought was extremely important here. Yeah, absolutely. No, I've really enjoyed my time here as a student during the training process, whether it was on the flying side or also in the community building side on campus. On the flight training side, I couldn't ask for a better experience. I had some incredible instructors and some incredible peers that made the experience so amazing. Some of my lifelong friends definitely were created and made here at Skyborne. And it was mainly because of the structure of the 141 environment, the ability to rely on my peers and my instructors. But the instructors are incredible. The OCC people are awesome. So I had no real complaints, obviously, with my training, and I couldn't ask for a better experience. I was able to finish from instrument all the way to CF double I almost in just 6.5, 7 months. So it was a very incredible process and very incredible instructors that I were able to interact with. But on the non-flying side, especially when I was not flying or not doing a ground brief or a sim, I really enjoyed the campus life. So I lived on campus in our bungalows with one of my peers in the Delta Propel program, and I couldn't have asked for a better experience. The campus living is great, being able to walk to the flight line, having that experience to be right near the airport. It also created some unique experiences with our international students as well. Students in our UK program, which I thought it was awesome to meet, and also students in our Indigo program and our other partnerships as well. Especially the UK program, I made some incredible friends here that are now finishing up their training at the UK, or also completely done, and they're headed off to the airlines in the UK. So meeting them, getting to interact with them was fun. We went and saw rocket launches in Titusville together. It was funny because some of the cultural shifts are a little bit different, whether it was food, whether it was just driving around, things like that. It was awesome to see and have those friends from the UK and some people that I'll know forever. And it wouldn't have been possible if I didn't live on campus. So those are the kind of experiences that I really enjoyed as a student, whether it was swimming in the swimming pool, meeting out for grilling after hours at the grills on campus, or just playing volleyball. There was some intense volleyball at times on campus, and especially with the UK students like to get involved in that. So all that was so fun, like core memories. So the flying is fun, and it's an incredible experience with the flying here. But being able to live on campus and interact with all these people is also something I'll never forget, and something that definitely created some friendships that I'll have for a lifetime. Yeah, and something else unique about Skyborne is the ability to be kind of in the middle of all of the major cities in Florida. So the other positive benefit, obviously, is that we're in Florida, so the flying weather is incredible, but just the weather in general is pretty nice. So we're like 15 minutes from the beach. We can go to the beach all the time, South County Park. Like, so many people would load up there, go surfing, play beach volleyball in the sand, just walk the beach at night looking for seashells. Like, there's just so many things to do in the proximity of Skyborne. But we've loaded up and went to Orlando and Disney, which is only like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. We went to Titusville to watch the rocket launches. We went down to West Palm Beach to kind of see some food and some inner river, eateries. So, yeah, but in Vero alone, we've got 15 minutes from the beach. We've got access to restaurants on the beach. We've got pickleball communities. I mean, there's just so much to do in and around Skyborne. If you can't get there by foot, by bike, you can definitely drive, obviously, but we're just in a great location in Florida, and Florida itself is just beautiful weather-wise. So in terms of flying, it's definitely the place to be. It's funny because it doesn't snow, and I'm from a community that definitely gets snow. So being down here wearing shorts and t-shirts year-round is something that I will miss. I knew exactly where I wanted to instruct after I finished training at Skyborne, and it was definitely to stay here. So one of the big reasons why I wanted to stay here is because you already know the people and you know the curriculum. So if moving from student into instructor made it a seamless flow, not only for standardization reasons, obviously for Skyborne, our 141 environment, but just knowing how to instruct your future students. The wealth of knowledge that I got passed down from my old instructors, I was able to pass down to my students because I knew exactly what we were going to do. And that's the really awesome thing about 141 is that there is a great structure and there is the ability to continue to pass down things. That's why we have standardization here at Skyborne. But I definitely knew I wanted to stay here. Thankfully, I was one of the first Propel Academy students to finish up, so I was one of the first to get hired through that Propel route on the Academy side, and it was just an incredible seamless transition from student to instructor. But the ability to know the people at OCC, know our chiefs, know our curriculum, know the admin over in the admin building especially, is you know those key players, and you know how to pass that wealth of information down. It only creates a better student, and that's exactly what we're looking for at Skyborne and what we strive to do every day, is create that better student, and it continues by passing the torch is what we always say. But also the core group of instructors that we have, I think, is very solid. So joining a team of instructors that have been here for several months, years, and that have seen the experience, that we work well together, that we can complete the mission together, I think is something that everybody would like to be at, and that's here. And having that core group of instructors, having that instructor core that works well together as a team, continues to press to complete the mission, build better pilots, continue to transition and shape the aviation future, I think is important, and that's what we're doing here, and that's exactly why I wanted to stay here. What I've loved about Skyborne is their investment in your entire aviation journey. It's not just about let's get you done and let's get you out. It's about how can we build you as a better pilot from day one throughout the entire process. Yeah, I've had definitely some core memories and some core people that have made a big difference in my experience here at Skyborne. But one of the sayings that I always like to say, and I always taught my instrument students this, was small differences make a big difference over time. And I think I've seen that here, especially in my training, is the people that come into your life at Skyborne, whether it's on the training side, the flight side, or the instructor side, they all make a big difference, and collectively they help shape who you are. And I can say that for firsthand here at Skyborne, it's been an incredible experience meeting with all of the instructors that I work with, the head of administration, the head of staff, the CEO himself. It's such a warm environment that those small differences have made a big difference on my life. And from moving out of the dorms to playing beach volleyball with the students to seeing rocket launches with UK students, now transitioning over to instructing students in all phases of our flight training, doing stage check evaluations. Those are just some core memories. Laughing, with the OCC desk. There's just some things that you won't forget, some core memories. But it's really special for me because I was able to complete my training here in Delta Propel. I was able to complete my time here as an instructor in Propel. Now moving on to Endeavor, which is one of the Propel regionals, and now we seamlessly flow from student, instructor on to the regionals. And that's exactly the great benefit of Propel, but also a huge benefit of Skyborne. I have another instructor who's a good friend of mine who started as a student instructor, and now he's going to Endeavor with me. And I couldn't be more excited because it's the Skyborne pilots and the Skyborne instructors that these regionals want. And seeing that I'm going to move on with some other fellow instructors here, and we're going to be flying regional jets together, I couldn't ask for a better experience. I couldn't ask for something better. knowing the people I know here, and then I'm going to get to work with them at my regional, is something that I'll continue to cherish. And I think it's a testament to the training, the quality of the pilots that we produce here at Skyborne is just that, is that we can go on to the regionals with no questions, that we can get it done here at Skyborne, and the regionals will want us first. So I think that's something that's super special to me, is just being able to walk in the terminals here soon, in 4, 5, 6 months as an airline pilot with Endeavor, and just be able to see people that I have worked with here at Skyborne, either at Endeavor or at other airlines. And that's going to be something that's super special for me. But I wouldn't have changed anything about my training, my experience here, or even my time as an instructor. I was able to, get it done, like really focus and fly, and you have the ability to do that here. You have the ability to get those hours and instruct these students. We've got so many students that are willing and eager to fly, and you have the ability to do that here. And I think that's why a lot of people are wanting to come here and instruct. That's why we have this huge rush to try and get here and instruct, because we know the quality of the training and the students that we produce. And I wouldn't have changed anything. I'm just so incredibly thankful to Skyborne and the staff here and the people here, the students, all the way up and down the chain. I wouldn't have changed anything. I'm just incredibly thankful for the opportunity to train here, to instruct here, and the ability to represent Skyborne when I move on to Endeavor. So my biggest advice to aspiring pilots is definitely do it. There was a time before I was flying that I worked at my alma mater, which was the University of Tennessee. It's funny because if you know me at Skyborne, you probably know that I'm the biggest Tennessee fan at Skyborne. So I worked there before I came here, and the biggest hesitation was I was nervous. The airline industry has always been some kind of volatile industry. We saw it during COVID, we saw it at other parts in time, but it was just the nervousness of, do I want to do this? Can I do this? Because this isn't a let's walk in, let's get the job. This is a process. This is a year-long, 2-3 year-long process of let's get my ratings and then let's time build. So there's 2 different parts of that. So there was a lot of nerves. And I came from a rural small town in Tennessee, Jacksboro, Tennessee, which is my home. And there was a part of me that had no one in aviation. I didn't know anybody. I have a second cousin who flies in the Air Force, but that was pretty much about it. So I was kind of going into this blind, but the biggest advice was just do it. Just like the Nike logo or slogan, just do it. Take that discovery flight, come down here, take a tour. You'll never get started if you don't take the first step, and that's super important. So definitely go for it. If this is something that you're wanting to do, you've got to start now, because it is a long process. And don't worry about the ups and downs of the industry. You worry about getting your next rating. Worry about getting into flight training. Worry about getting done. And then we can work on, what's next. But take the first step in that flight training process, and it's definitely a discovery flight, or just come down here and take a tour, enroll, whatever it takes. But the only way to get started is to start now. So don't delay, don't wait, and just find a passion for it, find a love for it, because it's so rewarding and so fun. On many different areas. So just continue to invest in it and take the first step, and definitely do it.